Welcome to the channel. If you trade futures or you're thinking about it, you're in the right place. This is where we break down the markets in real time, analyze key setups, and talk about what really matters for day traders. No gimmicks, no Lambos, no lifestyle stuff. Just real market setups, real strategies, and real conversations. I share my thought process and exactly how I navigate the futures market, wins, losses, and everything in between. Whether you're a Forex trader switching to futures, a prop firm challenge grinder, or just someone who wants to refine their edge, you'll find something here. My goal? To help you see the markets clearly and make smarter trading decisions. And look, I've been where you are. The struggles, the lessons, the long nights figuring this out. That's why I keep it real. Because trading is hard, but if you approach it the right way, it can change everything. So if you're serious about improving as a trader, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join me live. Watch my analysis, ask questions, and see how I tackle the markets every single session. And if you're already part of the community, drop a comment, share your insights, and let's keep growing together. The best traders don't trade alone. Live streams, real setups, real talk. Let's get to work. I'm here to share my knowledge, my journey, and my approach to trading. But this is not financial advice. Trading is risky. You can and will lose money. That's unavoidable. The best traders learn to make more than they lose, but that's a challenge we're all working towards. Manage your risk, stay disciplined, and always do your own research.
Good morning. How y'all doing? Listen, Vashti, I saw your comment. My man's Fernie, I saw your comment. Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm excited. Well, Fridays, like back then, they used to be exciting, right? Nowadays, it's like, it's the end of the trading week. So, but it's still, nevertheless, it's a break. It's a mental break from the charts, from the market, from risking. Like, we need that break. So, happy Friday, everybody. And listen, today I just want to say one little quick thing. And I just want to say the word wisdom. Wisdom, the definition, straight off of Google. Wisdom is the soundness of an action or decision. Hold on, was it this one? No, that's not the one. Never mind. The quality of having experience. So experience, knowledge, and good judgment. The quality of being wise. So those three things right there. To be wise, we need experience. So you gotta, like in trading, you gotta win, you have to lose, you gotta go through that. You have to go through periods of drawdowns and through periods of profits. Like you're gonna need the whole thing, the whole spectrum, right? So you need experience, you need knowledge. Here, like in these streams, we are getting knowledge. The experience, like you have to get that on your own. You cannot get my experience. You cannot get anybody else's experience. You have to put in the work. But at least I could give the knowledge, my knowledge, right? The knowledge that I have, the knowledge that I hold. So we need, again, experience, knowledge, and good judgment. Good judgment is gonna come once you have that experience and once you have that knowledge. So it's gonna take a little while. Like, be patient with yourself. You have to be patient with yourself. Knowledge is knowing a tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is is knowing it doesn't belong in a fruit salad. That's right. That's right. I used to hate tomatoes, but right now I could eat them. I could eat them. But all right, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get to the point. We're gonna look at the chart, right? The charts. And today we are talking about using the 1 hour time frame to your advantage. So yesterday, like we actually went over like looking at the 1 hour and looking for an entry either on the 15-minute time frame or the 5. I do it off the 5. That does not mean you guys have to do the same. The 5, like the 5-minute time frame might be too fast for some people, and that's okay. Like for me, the 1 minute, I have tried the 1 minute and it's still too fast for me. That's okay. I like, that doesn't mean I have to force myself to trade on the 1 minute yeah, like I'll try it if I can, if I see an opportunity, but I'm not gonna force it. I'm not gonna push it. So yes, good morning, the one-stop trader. How you doing? How you doing, bro? Vashti, you said wisdom equals knowledge. Use well, wisdom equals knowledge. My bad. Use of that knowledge to gain experience with it, and then consistently applying what we know works consistently to get desired results. And I love the fact that you're using the word consistent with that. We have to use the knowledge consistently. We gotta be consistent at anything we do. So yes, I love that. But that word wisdom, like, I love that word. I love it because it's not just that knowledge. It's actually applying it. It's actually having good judgment. And in this market, like, you need that good judgment, because you could have all of the knowledge. Hold on, let me do this so you can see the screen. You could have all of the knowledge, but if you don't have good judgment, you're going to be making emotional decisions, and you're probably just going to lose a lot more than you have to, or than you should. So yes, we were talking about the 1 hour, right? About finding entries on the 15 and the 5, and that will give you a better outcome. It also, like, gives you a better opportunity to have runners. So today we're going to apply that knowledge a little. Like, we're going to apply that knowledge. So we're actually going to look for opportunities. I'm going to see where we find an opportunity. Of course, you got to take what the market gives you. So it doesn't mean that we're actually going to find one, but we're gonna try. So I said we're gonna look at NAS today. I know I don't look at NAS anymore, especially on these streams. I don't look at it because NAS has been just chaotic. Price action has been a mess. Like, it's just been choppy and everything. So, but you know what? Let's look at it. Yeah, just give me the signal, man. I'm getting killed in May. It's so easy to wing it when we get impatient. There's consequences for that. And I paid them consequences. Like, trust me. I think we all have. But no, I don't have signals. If you want signals, this is not the place for you. This is not it. You know, I'm going to refer you to the G from Miami. The G from Miami. I know they had the signal service, you know, with on Telegram. If that's what you want, you know, I could like hook you up. So, but all right. The 1 hour NAS. I'm not looking at micros. NQ. Yep, and this is the big boys one. This is not micros. This is minis. Would I trade minis? Maybe on a platform. I would. Not on a personal. Anytime soon. Later on, when that account is fat. when it's fat, I'll do it. But right now, it's not fat. So, all right, NQ. This is NAS 100 futures. So NQ1, and I have the exclamation mark because that, like, long story short, you don't have to change the contract. Like, on TradingView, you use that and it automatically does that. You don't have to keep changing it. I don't do that with the instruments that I'm trading, but it's just today. It's one day. So, all right. So the 1 hour NAS 100, the 1 hour chart. I do see a setup. I do see a demand setup right here. Demand setup right here. Now, the problem with this demand setup is 2.5 years ago, NQ, I've aged hold on, 2.5 years on NQ. I've aged 10 years. I bet the stress that comes from trading NQ, like, yo, in the zones, if you trade a live account, the zones are, like, in my opinion, they're huge. Like, if you're just trying to take to risk a small amount, it's almost impossible to do that with NAS. Like when I say small amount, I'm talking about like anywhere between like $20 to like $50. If you're just trying to risk that, it's almost impossible with NAS. You got zones that are like 300 ticks. So, all right. The problem with this setup is that this push did not take this high. Keep that in mind. The high was not taken. So you could still win, like a demand setup on the lower time frame. You could still win, but what are the odds? Like, you want everything to line up in your favor, and right now you don't have the breaker structure lining up in your favor. You see that? So, but nevertheless, it is a 1 hour demand, and it's high probability. High probability does not mean it's A plus. So high probability does not equals an A plus setup. It's not the same thing. High probability setups happen when you have, and you guys should already know, the ones have been watching me, you should have a gap in the setup. Like the setup right here, there is a gap right here. You see this? So we have all of these buyers, no sellers here. That's an imbalance, right? So you have this gap in price, and of course we want the market to fill that gap, and then we take that setup. I don't take setups on the 1 hour. I'm a scalper. I don't go there. I don't know if some people consider that scalping, but I don't consider that scalping. But anyway, on the lower time frame, if there is a setup, it could still win, but the setup here is not A plus. It's high probability, not A plus, because for A plus we need that push. Oh, not that push. We need this push here. Whoa, come on, stop acting up. Okay, we need this to break past. Like, we need that breaker structure, and then we need it to come back in, then we could take it. Fellas, we are just looking at NQ. Don't you dare trade it. Not trade advice. Listen, you guys do what you want to do. If you want to blow your account, feel free to do it. But if you have a large account, then you're not blowing it. So for me, I'm staying away from NAS right now. I used to trade it all the time when I was trading prop firms. But boy, when I went into my life account, I said, what is this? Like, yo, like, I gotta chill. So, and I did. But so yeah, any questions about this on the 1 hour? This is not an A plus setup because we don't have the breaker structure. That's major breaker structure. You could technically call this a minor breaker structure, but come on, we're not doing minor things. We're not doing small things. We're doing big things, right? So, but anyway, let's keep going down. Is there an entry here? There is right here the 15-minute demand, right? I'm reading the comments. I love the comments. So here we have a big push. Oh, anyway, let's get rid of that. We have a big push. Yes, we do. We have a big push here. It did break this structure. You see this? Like, it did break this structure here, this push. Now it's creating, look at the market structure. It's creating that higher high, higher low, higher high. As of right now, it's still a higher low. The problem is that in order for this setup to come all the way down here, boom, it needs to break this low right here. So you got a change of character, and also, papi, yeah, you're gonna hear my son just going off over there. Hold on, I gotta change that. So he's been watching dinosaurs. I'm not even letting him watch that no more, because it's certain things that I'm not liking. So yeah, these cartoons, you really gotta watch out for them. Wait, papi, what you want? This one, basketball? I bet I'm live, boy, I'm live. What you want? Basketball? This one over here? This one? Okay, this. He's like, this one. No, this one. That one? Change that. He says, change that. 2 years old telling me how to live my life. Come on, what you mean? This one? Okay, that one. He knows what he wants. He's very decisive. But yeah, that's just a little parenthesis. If you got kids, you really got to watch out for these cartoons. They be putting stuff in there that... Anyway, this is not a parenting life. So In order for the market and price to come all the way down here, it has to break this low. So you got a change of character. It doesn't mean it can't win, but I want things to line up in my favor. This is lining up against me. But let's say if the market comes down here and you take it, can it win? Yes, it could win. Like right now on the 15, if you take this as a 15-minute demand, which I'll put it here, 15-minute demand. If you put that here, put the stop loss right below the zone. Let's say you get the entry around here, you could certainly win. You could certainly win. The only problem is, again, just you got to break a structure against you. Boom, right there. This could win. It could win. Would I take it? No. Unless I'm revenge trading. If I'm revenge trading, I might take it. I might take anything I see. But I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to do that. But all right, that's on the 15-minute. You got this setup here. Let's get rid of all of that. As I'm doing this, I want to ask you, and go ahead and answer. I want to see everybody answer in the comments. What are your rules for an A+ setup? What are your rules for an A+ setup? Everybody's answer. And if I could steal one, I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal it. So, I'll give you credit though. I'll say, it came from you. So, but all right, 5-minute. Now the 5-minute, it has a bunch of zones. Okay, you got this one. This is a 5-minute zone, like demand zone. This is another one, 5-minute demand zone. This is another. Well, these two are high probability, not this one, because of that wick sticking out is closing any gap. That's another one, but nevertheless, that's 3 demand zones here. I know I should probably change the color, but yeah, I'm not trying to take your time and waste your time doing all of that right now. So I'll just write it. And you're gonna ask me, which one do you take? Which one do you take? I'm gonna answer that question. Okay, we have 4 like 5-minute demand zones. Which one do you take? Well, I'll tell you this. All of this for me is this emoji. Why? Again, because we would be breaking structure against. This would be at this point counter trend. All of these ones. Everybody here is secretly trading NQ. And you know what? Honestly, I'm not discouraging you guys from trading it. My account right now, I can't do it. But platforms, you could do it. Just this price action though, like look at that price action. Look at this. Like, I know everybody got chopped here. I don't know that, right? I don't know it, but I could imagine everybody got chopped right there. Look at this. This is a chop fest. Chop fest right here. Chop fest. Boom. This is what Nas has become, a chop fest right here. Chop fest. And yeah, you don't want to join this type of party. Don't join that party. So yeah, chop fest right there. But all of this will be counter trend. At this point, it's counter trend. You see that? Because again, you would be getting break of structures or break a structure against this. Like, come on. And of course, I'm not saying the market is going to 100% do that. I don't know what the market is going to do. If I did, I would have been here, right? I would have been a millionaire by now. I would have been somewhere else. Like, I would have been traveling right now. I would have been checking in maybe. Like, I would have been checking in once in a while. But nah, I don't know. I do like, so far, I like streaming. I like sharing my knowledge. I like what we're doing here. Vomit, too late. Hoping for a better June. Damn, bro. So it sounds, bro, you could tell us. You could tell us. It's a secret between all of us. Have you been trading NAS? And have you been part of the chop fest? Have you been getting chopped? Talk to me, bro. I'm listening. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening, bro. Listen, and if you've been getting chopped here, yeah, I feel bad because this price action. And to be honest, like maybe last year I wasn't really like looking at the whole market condition. Like I didn't really I thought I understood it, but it was really experience that got me to like see this instantly and be like, okay, I gotta stay out. I want to come back to NAS 100, but not anytime soon. Oh, that's all you trade. Oh, I got you. And listen, I like as I was saying yesterday, like I learned from Doyle Exchange, right? He used to call NAS wifey. Like this is the main instrument he used to trade. He dropped her. But now I didn't drop her because of him. Like I'm not even like under him anymore, right? It's just me, like life account, my life account can't handle NAS right now. Like, put it this way, if I trade NAS, I may only have like but a few trades before the account is blown. So, but bro, like, I know it sounds like, you know, NAS is not treating you good right now. Yeah, I mean, I can't give advice, right? But just we gotta make adjustments. Is all I could say. We gotta make adjustments. But nevertheless, I think, you know, from what I recall, you're not doing bad. You're not doing bad. So, but look at this. We're getting out of all of these demand setups. I would not take any of them. I would only consider, like, I'd rather consider this low probability demand than this one's over here, because at least with this one, look at the market structure. Like we broke this structure right here. Like the market went up, came down, little bit of a change of character, but overall, we're going up. You see that? And if we get a break of the candle, I'd rather take this low probability demand than any of the high probability demands down here. Does that make sense to you guys? Because in the word, like, high probability, low probability, sounds like you just want to take high probabilities. Yes, you do. But if I had to pick, I'd rather take a better setup. I don't know if that's going to make sense to you guys. I hope it does. If not, ask me questions. I'm here now. So, all right. Technically, for this setup, like if I were to take it, as of right now, my stop loss will be here, right below the wick. The entry would be the previous, like the break of the previous candle. And we're on the 5 minutes, so we could do this. I almost want to take this on demo for you guys. And I say on demo because this is not a setup I would actually take on my live account. Again, because it's low probability. I don't even have to take it, actually. We could just forward test. Yeah, it's about a minute. At this point, I wouldn't expect the market to come all the way up. So I will start getting ready by doing this. Like I just come down, get everything ready, get my 1-to-1. This is how I do it. I prepare my chart. Oh, I had it. Okay. My 1-to-1 would be right there. Now, why am I doing this? Because technically, yo, look at this. This is why I don't trade NAS right now. Me, with a live account, personal funds. I don't trade it because look, this looks like a small setup, right? But even this small setup is already 50 ticks. Now, I know it's only like 50 cents, right? A tick, but still, like this is a small setup. Most setups are not really this small, in my opinion, or at least in my experience. They haven't been this small. So with a larger setup, yeah, it just gets crazy. And you could get a candle like this against you. So one candle could just take you out. Okay, this will be the entry. Look. If it doesn't invalidate, at this point I will have to lower. Boop, invalid. I would not take that trade at this point. That's invalid, right? If it's invalid, get rid of the zone. That zone does not matter anymore, right? So my next move would be to look at these zones or to do the following. I actually draw support here because what can happen is this right here could grab liquidity here and it could come back up. At this point, I would still consider an entry around here, breaking the previous candle, because this could be, you could look at it as a liquidity grab, you could look at it as a support setup, and that's a 1-to-1. Makes sense. True high probability trades will always be with the current trend direction. That is correct. If it is strong on the 1 hour with entries on the 15-minute and the 5-minute, hold on, that's a question. Okay, let me go back. So makes sense. True high probability trades will always be with the current trend direction. If it is strong on the 1 hour with entries on the 15-minute and 5-minute, in my opinion, I don't think you meant a question because you said in my opinion. So as a statement, it's true. As a statement, it's true. Like, you want, like, the highest probability trades will always go, in my opinion, will go with the trend. The trend is your friend. You don't want to fight the trend. So the high probability setups will go with that, the true ones. So, and definitely the strong, like the 1 hour, in my opinion, is the strongest. 1 hour with a 15-minute entry or a 5-minute entry. Like, you guys got it. You guys got it. Look. I think this is a liquidity grab. Look at it. Look. Now this would be a setup I take. Now I'm not gonna take it. It's Nas. But look, this is a setup right here. This is a liquidity grab, especially if he plays out. Now, it's not gonna be a liquidity grab if he closes below these wicks right here. Why? Because at that point the price just closed there, like it validated that direction. So right here, look, took all of the liquidity. So far it's looking like it did that. Okay, here we go. So if I was trading right now, I would be waiting for the entry. Technically I place a limit order right there. And you know what, let me take this on demo. Hold on. Let me see if I have time. I may not even have time because I don't even have Nas here. I'm gonna try it. NQ should, I think it should be that one. Let me clean these up. I don't think I'm gonna have time. I don't think I'm gonna have time. Let me see. No entry yet. Okay, so candlestick, 5-minute. Right here, it would be 1. I would put a buy stop. So I put a buy stop order right there. Let me get rid of the grid. I don't like the grid here. So NQ, this is how I would take it. I look at this. I know. So we have a minute. This is a liquidity grab. Liquidity grabs are usually high probability. I mean, the market took all of that money, the institutions and everything, and most likely it's going to go in our direction now. Most likely, of course, everything is probability, so I can't say it will happen 100%. But here's a signal. You wanted a signal. This is a signal right here. So the entry would be around, so yeah, it's this one right here, 21,445.75. I put that, right there. Am I going to get the entry? As soon as I get the entry, I put the stop loss. So right here, we have not gotten the entry yet. I might have put it a little above. No, it's still there. So look at, this is how I do it. This is how I enter my trades. You see, I put that buy order there, that limit order, right? And on trade over 8, it's a buy stop order. Entry, took the entry, stop loss right away. Right away, I put the stop loss. And now I actually put the take profit. So the take profit will be at 21,468. 21,468.75. 21,468.75. I may not get it perfect, so I'll put it just a little bit above it. just a little bit. So, and here we sell limit, a sell limit order. This is a liquidity grab. And actually, I didn't even look at, I don't have my indicators on. Oh, and it's a VWAP rejection setup. That's a VWAP rejection setup. So usually they win. I can't, but when you have a VWAP rejection, that's one of my strategies. I don't know if this is a legit strategy that other people already have, but just me doing back testing, going through my observations, like every time, not every time, like often when the market rejects like the VWAP like that. Oh, papi, come on. My son just dropped the water. Toma, papi, you okay? Just look at that. Look at that. When the market rejects the VWAP like that, it's usually going up. It's usually gonna go towards TP, because of course you gotta flip it if you're selling. But look at that. That's again, this is a liquidity grab plus a VWAP rejection. For a VWAP rejection, I want a clear rejection just like this. I don't want to see a body there. You may be asking yourself, if I think this is going to win, why did I not take this setup? Because I'm not messing with Nas. I'm just not. So you said, wouldn't you wait for a strong bullish candle to close first before entering? No. So pretty much no. My entry, like, hold on real quick. My son just want agua. Okay. The rules of the way that I trade is the break of the previous candle. It doesn't matter how, like, what type of candle this is. None of that matters. Now, I could say I want a wick in the zone. Like, yes, like I prefer to have a wick in the zone. Let me make this bigger because it's heading towards TP. Like, it just has to break the previous candle. I'm not looking at, is it, a momentum candle, what's the other one that everybody loves? I forgot the name right now. I got my son here distracting me, but the one that eats the previous one. I forgot the name right now. Toma, papi. Dale, go, vete. I forgot the name. Oh my gosh, you guys, come on, can somebody help me? The one that eats the previous one. I really forgot the name right now. Anyway, the only thing that I really the only candle that I really want is one like this. I want a wick in the zone. Toma. Engulfing candle, yes. I know, like, a lot of people wait for an engulfing candle. Engulfing, yep, you got it, bro. Yep, okay, I understand. Engulfing candle, yep. And my bad, I don't mean to, like, over explain it. I just want to make sure that everybody understands. Toma. Okay, now, even though we have a liquidity grab and we have a VWAP rejection, look at this. We still have, this is the 50 EMA right here, and the market is reacting to it. This is why I have the EMAs, because the market will react. Now, this doesn't mean this setup is or is not going to win, but you have to look at what's going on here. You see that? If you manage your trades, like if you close your, if you close your trades that are losing, right? If you close the losers, right? This is something that you want to watch out for. If you don't close them, like if you just let them hit TP or the stop loss, toma, papi, take it, toma. Take it. If you just wait, that's okay. And I think this setup is gonna play out. I think so. I'm glad, like, I got to do this live. I would have loved for this to be, like, if this was oil, oh my gosh, I would have took this straight in front of you guys. And yeah, you guys are gonna hear, I have a toddler, so you're gonna hear things drop. But I'm not gonna stop two things. I'm not gonna stop being a father, and I'm not going to stop also providing value. Like, a lot of people make excuses. Oh, look at that candle. A lot of people make excuses, right? They say, oh, I can't stream because I got kids. Oh, I can't trade because I got bills. I can't. I can't work out because I don't have time. No, that's not me. That's not me. I have a kid, and because I have kids, I'm going to stream. Because I have kids, I'm going to trade. Because I need to be healthy, I'm going to work out. All right, let me chill. Look at this. This is beautiful. I'm crying right now because it's looking so beautiful. And the 1-to-1, look, this is a 1-to-1. He looks like he's going to get hit with no problem. Yo, come on. I haven't told you guys that I have a few other strategies like the VWAP rejection. Maybe I should talk about those. Toma, papi. Get yours. Where's yours? Papi, I gave you one. Where is it? I'll be right back. Let me give him his water. Hold on, real quick. I'll be right back. You know what? I'm going to leave the screen on so you guys can see the trade. But I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So, you see, you have to pay attention. If you manage your trades actively, if you close your trades, you do have to look at this. I wouldn't recommend closing because look at that bullish move, momentum. You have a bullish momentum here. I would not close. Now, what I would do is I would definitely have. So if I had a runner, I can't have a runner here because I only have one contract. But if I had a runner, like if I had two contracts and I was using a runner, at this point I would go for a 1-to-2, right? This is how I manage my trades. Okay, look. So Santana, you just joined. Good morning, bro. We are forward testing a setup. This is a liquidity grab / VWAP rejection setup. Look at it. Like right now, I would have my 1-to-2. Usually what I do is for the runner, I bring my stop loss. I don't bring it to break even. I actually bring it into profit. So like it's not a specific number. I just go into profit so that if the market comes back around, at least like it pays for the fees. I don't have to pay for the fees. The trade itself pays for the fees. But I don't put it so close that the market fishes. Like even if I put it like around here, the market might fish for that stop loss and then it keeps going. So I just put it above, like enough that the trade itself pays for the fees, and I keep the same target here. So that that was a 1-to-2. That's a 1-to-2. I bring the stop loss again up here, and I keep that second target. Is this making sense? Like we're doing this live. Look, so let's look at the money. Oh my gosh, that's $300. $300 on a live account. I'm not even gonna lie. I would have withdrew that money, like at least half of it, and I would have took my wife somewhere. And this is why I'm trading a live account, because you catch something like this. Listen. You don't have to wait to become a millionaire, to have $100,000, $50,000 in your account to do something. You could literally, and now this is the thing. Look at this. It's fighting this. But you don't have to wait to become something to become a millionaire to enjoy the profits. Start enjoying the profits. Now, here the question is: do we want to bring the stop loss to break even? Possibly. Because look at this fight. Like this is fighting the market right now. I would possibly, if you want to bring your stop loss to break even at that point, I don't blame you. Say hi.
Hi.
Say, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, you're good. What color is that candle, papi? What color is this? Oh, what color is that candle now?
Yes, red.
It was red, and now it's what color?
Yes, green.
It's green. Oh, come on. We got three. Listen. This is another. I'm gonna give you. Oh. Come on, close it. Yes. Come on, do not play with me. Do not play with me. Listen, I know what I'm looking at. Now, I did not take it. That's okay, because I'm not messing with Nas. Now, exit a market. You gotta exit. Listen, do not forget to exit. Exit a market, because if the trade goes back down and you did not close, and you did not exit, and you just close Trade of 8, Ninja Trader, whatever you use, it's gonna get you back in and you're gonna lose the profits. But look at that. That's $454.24. Demo. But listen, when you have the skill, you have to be able to read the market. You have to read what's going on. I told you, I did not give up on the setup. The demand setup, you saw this. The demand setup was invalidated, right? And, I'm not this hype if I lose, but the demand setup was invalidated, but I did not give up on what I was seeing. The second thing I did was I saw support. We got 1 rejection, 2 rejection. This would have been the 3rd rejection, not necessarily here, but close to it. I'm going to draw those lines to see if the market is going to create support. Once I saw this large wick, for me, what gave it away? The fact that this was a liquidity grab. Well, the market went deep, right? And it created this large wick. When you see that, and it's going to go the other way, and it's going with the trend. How do I know that it's going with the trend besides looking at market structure? We have the 200 EMA below price. When the 200 EMA is below the price, you are in an uptrend, right? Look at that. And if you had a runner, you could maximize this trade. Definitely for the runner, make sure you put the stop loss at least at break even. But honestly, hold on real quick. Hold on. Santana, this is futures, but it works the same way in Forex. I actually learned all of these strategies. I learned them in Forex. That's it. I learned them in Forex. And then, I took the same skills to futures, because this is just price action. It's price action. Price tells you a story. Like Vashti told me, price tells you a story. So it works the same way in Forex and in futures. Again, I used to trade Forex before. So look at this. Now, if you had a runner, so if I had 2 contracts, I'm mad because I should have put the 2 contracts, right? And see how much this setup would have made on minis. I'm trading minis here. Like on demo, I'm trading minis. Look at that. Let's get rid of all of that. So I gotta share this with the team. Let's share it with the team. I'm still gonna put it here as a demo win. So even the demo ones, I like to, and I usually don't trade demo, but again, I'm not messing with Nas. So, but even these ones, you have to journal them because you saw something, right? You saw something and it worked out. So you gotta put it there. And even if it didn't work out, you gotta put it there. So demo win. Saw a demand setup, or a 5 minute demand setup get invalidated. Did not give up. Did not give up and looked for support. Then I saw a liquidity grab plus VWAP rejection, and it was above the 200 EMA. And you have to be honest with yourself. To me, it was clear. it was clear to me that the market grabbed liquidity and it was ready to shoot the opposite way. So yeah, you have to journal everything. Like you saw me doing this live. This is what I will be doing on my Discord. I'm not doing that just yet. I'm trying to get my account to another level. Once I get my account to another level, I feel like, because even though like I know everybody in my Discord, they do their own thing. Like I don't force anything, right, upon anybody. But if people take my trades, I want to make sure that I'm like doing the best possible. Like I'm at my best pretty much. So any questions? Like we did this live. Any questions about this? Like this is the time. Ask me any question you want. Go ahead while I look at my work computer real quick. This was dope. This was dope. Like, because a lot of people don't really trade. They just teach you like whatever they learned on Google and everything, but they don't have the experience. They don't have the wisdom. They don't have the knowledge. Like, they don't have that, so they can't really help you. Now, real quick, you see this right here? This is why I don't put the trailing stop loss. I don't put it so close, because look at this. The market is really efficient and really good and great at stopping people out, the trailers. Anybody that's trailing, the market is like, F out of here. Like, yo, I'm getting rid of you. It gets rid of the trailers and he keeps going. Like, listen, if you don't learn anything else from me, please do not, okay, not advice. I'm going to give myself advice. Yo, Howie, do not trail the market so close. Don't be a close trailer. You're going to get wicked the F out. You're going to get wicked the F out, and then the market is going to go up or towards your take profit, which could be down if you're selling. This is experience. This is wisdom. This is me. Like, I've been on this side. I've been on this side where I trail it really close. I get stopped out and the market does this. I was tired of that. I'm sorry. But I was tired of that. Like, that happened a few too many times, to the point where I realized the market is really good. They know that people are trailing their trades really close. And when they trade really close, we're going to take them out. We're going to get them out of here, right? So, okay, Santana, you said, when you say demo, do you mean paper trading? Yes. You could call it paper trading. You could call it simulation. Simulated, like in Tradeovate, they call this simulation. It's a simulation account in simulated funds. And you know what? Prop firms are simulated funds. Do you really think a prop firm, and they tell you, have you read the contracts? Like, it's all simulated funds. They don't give you $50,000 for you to trade and, you know, we'll let you burn $2,000. No, that doesn't happen. I'm sorry to tell you, if you didn't know, I'm not against prop firms for other people, but you do have to understand that it's all simulated. So a prop firm is a glorified simulated account. It's a glorified demo account. It's a glorified fake account. Are they paying people? Yes, they're paying people. Whoever wins that game, they're paying you. Yes, they're paying you. So in that sense, they're not fake. They just have a business model that works for them, that favors them. And I'm not discouraging anybody, but just to answer that question. So when do you say demo, do you mean paper trading? Yes, 100%. So, but look, if this is why I went for a live account, because I realized that when I realized the game, I said, if I have a live account and I make $400 like today, 454, and my account could do that. Like, my account could certainly do this, but I could also take a $400 hit. I'm not trying to take no $400 hit right now, but in theory, I could do that right now with my account. So let me say this. With a prop firm, if you make $400, can you take it out? Can you take your spouse out somewhere with that $400? And you know what? If you make 400, can you take out 200? Take your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Can you take them out to Applebee's, to TGI Friday? I don't know, like to your favorite restaurant. And nobody's paying me. They don't pay me for this. Can you take them out anywhere with that money? If you have a live account, and today, in a little bit, you saw, like, it didn't take that long. If I made $400 a day on a live account, can I take $200 out? This is the secret. Even if I'm in drawdown. And I just learned this recently. Even if I'm in drawdown. Like, overall, let's just say that the account has a lot of funds, right? But I'm in drawdown. But I made $400 a day. Can't I take $200 out, take care of bills, take my wife out, my family out, pay something, right? Can't I take $200 out, like, off the account? Now I have $200 that are mitigating that drawdown. That's helping me. That's getting me closer out of that drawdown. I can. This is Yo Javi.